And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. A bit of a hot start with a damaging floor. Do grab that super shotgun. Do also avoid the middle area. You see, that's where the Hell Knight just kind of came out of. So after you grab the backpack, sneak out of here and grab your radiation suit, because now you can take on the Hell Knight on your terms, which is with the super shotgun to the face. So this area has now been cleared, and this is where the starting areas, and these windows are going to be basically where the secrets are. So we will get to them, but first we do have a Kako here, and with the super shotgun it's a little far away. I don't know if we're going to be able to. There we go. So we can take care of that. We're just going to explore this area a little bit just to take care of some of the roaming gunners. We do want to take care of a few if we can. And there are a number of stairs to go up, and we're going to take a few. So the first set of stairs we're going to take is this one. You're going to see the red door. It's actually going to be the second door we go, the red door that we go through, not the first. So having disposed of this shotgunner, that will reveal, see at the partial invisibility, that's going to be a secret that we're going to leave, because we're going to want that partial invisibility for the main melee area, and I'll show you as we go. So before I get too carried away, I should mention the game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Hell on Earth platform. As always, we're playing on the ultra-violence difficulty setting in order to get 100% in all three of these categories. 75 kills to be had, 4 secrets, 19 items. I hope to be able to show you how to do all of that effectively and with a little bit of flair. So with the super shotgun in hand, we have some imps, and we do have a couple of shotgunners. Super shotgun is not the best weapon from this range, but we'll just use it. There's a second shotgun. I'm not sure where it is. Grab that. Definitely get rid of those barrels. You don't want to be blown up. Should we use a rocket? Maybe. If we can do some damage to that arachnotron and get rid of those imps, that would be really quite swell. If we can hit those barrels, well, ideally not the one behind us. See, the super shotgun is not fantastic. If I had the chain gun at this point, yeah, there we go. I'd be able to do that a lot easier. So there are plenty of rad suits. There's a lot of damaging floor areas. Let's go ahead and help ourselves to one. We will come back to this secret. We'll come back to that red door, but from the other side. And I'll explain to you shortly, or I'll show you anyway, what that means. So the reason we got rid of the arachnotron and those imps is because this is the main melee area to the left. To the right is where that elevated area where those enemies are. So we didn't want them firing on us from the back. So let's go ahead. We're going to take care of the mancubus in front, if we can. It didn't quite do it. Okay, one more shot maybe. That should do. We want to pacify that mancubus because we're going to have to run around in there and try to do our best to clear it. And there are quite a few, as you can see, enemies. And we don't want to get hit in the face with too many rockets, do we? Definitely not a preferred approach. So let's continue down. We're going to go to another set of stairs. Maybe just grab the rad suit. And okay, so not this set of stairs, pardon me. So we're going to go over to here. Yes. So we're going to take care of the imp. This is one of the secrets. As I mentioned, I think at the beginning, where these imps were are where the secrets are. So this is one of them, and the partial invisibility is another, which we are leaving, as I mentioned before. We're leaving that for after. So now that we have the armor, certainly for pistol starter, you want that. What we're going to do now is we're going to go back to that area and get the partial invisibility, because now we're going to go ahead and try to take on the enemies in that giant melee area. So step over here on this platform, tag the secret, and take the partial invisibility. So let's head down and go over to the stairs. And so we're going to do our best to not get hit. We hope. Well, we got hit by one anyway. Oh, brother. Good lord, okay. We're going to ignore that mancubus for a moment, because we're going to try to turn our attention to these chain gunners. To this, to the revenants. And hopefully the mancubus doesn't... Oh, brother. Getting all punched and smashed up here. This normally goes a lot smoother, but I think you get the general idea. Yeah, that wasn't so great. But my goal here is to go ahead and clear this area with some invisibility protection instead of keeping running in and out of the room, which I find a little tedious. You fire, you run back to these stairs, you know, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead. We'll take another rad suit since we're out. I wouldn't worry too much if you've lost a little bit of health because there is a berserk pack just behind us. We're going to go ahead and grab that as soon as we're done in this area because our goal here is to get the red key. And in that order. So let's go ahead, grab the berserk pack so we're back up to full capacity. Hit that switch. This is the main start area. Again, we're going to go again back up the stairs because now armed with the red key, we're not going to go back to that area where we got the partial invisibility. We're not going through that red door. I mentioned we're going to get that red door through the other side. We're going to go through the red door here on this side because we're going to get the yellow key as we go, and we're going to get the jump on some of the enemies. A couple of specters. 1, 2, to the left is the yellow key, grab it. And hard left after the switch is a chain gunner. Yes, dispose of the chain gunner. Out come a couple of cacos. Don't want them to go too far, and we don't want to be sitting in the goo here, so why don't we go ahead and dispose of the cacos. You can use the chain gun if you like. I would switch now to the chain gun. As a matter of fact, some people say hit scanners. I like to say zombie men. It's the same enemy, so go ahead. Try not to take any or too much damage by just kind of hopping from area to area and picking up the goodies. Switch back to the super shotgun now because what we're going to do is we're going to release a bunch of pinkies. Oop, don't get caught in the corner. Grab the blue key while you're flailing. And there is a pain elemental in here, but thankfully locked in. So let's just get out of the way. We got the blue key from this platform, open up. And now we get the rad suit so we can get out of here. So this is where we came in and took care of the shotgunner. And I had mentioned before the other red door. Well, the other red door to get to it is through this corridor. So this is what we're going to do. And I think we did save a few rockets, I think, from the initial grab. You can still use the super shotgun if you want, but let's fire at least a few shots at the Baron with our rocket launcher. We'll just take care of the last few remaining pinkies. There are 3 or 4. I'm not sure how many are left. I think 4. One more back here. No, okay, we took care of them. And there are the remaining 2 secrets are these little hidden switches. They take us to these rooms, as you recognize from the starting area. The other one is over here. Press that. Computer area map, always a fun thing to get. I tend to avoid the chainsaw, but if you like it, there you go. And that pretty well does it, but let's get out of here before we take any damage. Oh, we took a tiny bit. That's not too bad. So we do have all 3 of the keys, so we're okay. Some gunners behind this door. Now switch to the super shotgun because there's a couple of pinkies. Go ahead, press that switch. Yeah, let's pick up all these goodies. And if you're wondering, well, by my count, Classic Doom Walkthroughs, there's an enemy missing. Yes, it's because the Caco, if I can get Caco to come out and play, is down there guarding the exit. So let's go ahead and dispose of our Caco friend, I guess. I'm a bit of a stickler for trying to finish at 100. Am I going to be able to do it today? I don't see any lying around. Maybe not. Oh, well, there's one. If I can get at it without taking any damage. There we go. All right, so we'll do our final count. Let's have a look-see here. Yes, all 75 kills, 4 secrets, and 19 items. You know what that means. Yes, indeed, we're done. And that is Wasted, map 6 of Revolution. It's a fun map. There's a certain strategy to it, as you saw. That main melee area is tough without having the invisibility, although, to be honest, it didn't really look that strategic while I was doing it. It generally works out much better than if you're running in head first, full of piss and vinegar, and just trying to take care of all those enemies in those cages. There's no cover in that room. So I prefer using the partial invisibility. It gives you a little bit of protection while you go ahead. But do get rid of that Mancubus straight ahead first. I think that's key to the success for clearing that room. Anyway, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs today. Hopefully you enjoyed the walkthrough. If you did, hit that subscribe button. You won't miss any further videos that I upload. For now, that's it. See you next time. Thanks for joining us today.